on with my Ficus Lyrata Bambino, and I don't know what it is, so we are going to repot her, treat and snip off some of these yellow leaves. I have had this plant for over 4 years now, and a few years ago we did have a little yellow issuing then, which was there was a death plug in the soil. So once I removed that, she was fine and really shot up. But now all the bottom leaves are going yellow again. I kept taking them off where they're going yellow on the stem, and it just keeps going up and up. Usually it can mean overwatering, which I haven't done, a lack of magnesium. Again, I've been fertilizing her, or a pest, but I've been treating it as well, so I don't know what it is. So let's go for the repot and see if I can see anything in the roots. First thing that I'm noticing is how dry the soil is, even though I've been watering it, which makes me think that it is hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means that the soil is not keeping any of the moisture in, which means the plant is not getting any of the moisture, so she might be really dry. And maybe that's the cause of the yellowing. So I will definitely swap out this soil and see if anything else is going on. So, given that the roots are definitely not rotted and there's no death plug or anything, so I removed that years ago, and I cannot see any pests, I'm definitely going with it was hydrophobic soil and she just wasn't getting any water. It's also winter in Australia, so the heater has been on more, and I've been watering it less, which I think is what has contributed to this. So let's put her back in the same pot, but add some fresh soil. So as always, I've got my nursery pot inside my decorative pot, and I'm gonna add some mesh rounds in. These stop from the soil from falling through. I'm gonna add in my soil mix. I've got my soil mix, and this has also got a fertilizer in it as well. It lasts about 6 months. She has a pretty small root system, so she definitely wasn't getting enough water to grow long and strong, but we're gonna fix that. This is why it is so important to repot your houseplants every few years, even if they don't need to go up a pot size. Soil loses nutrients over time, so even if you don't want to change your pot or your planter, definitely change your soil. I'm going to add about 1 litre of water, which is way too much, but I want to really soak the soil and the roots and then give it a chance for the plant to absorb some of the water. I really want to drown the plant here to make sure that she can absorb as much water as she needs. I also want to add enough water so that the soil stays wet for a few days afterwards, so the plant can keep absorbing water as it needs it. This extra water should also increase the humidity, and hopefully she won't be such a dry, sad mess. Even though I'm fairly sure it's not a pest now, I'm still going to chop off these leaves because they are not going to go green again, so there's no point in keeping them on this plant. She can use all that energy for growing new leaves. She's looking a lot better already. It already has 3 different stems, but I'm going to just pinch off the top of this one to see if I can make it branch. Okay, that's it. I'm going to put her somewhere sunny and also increase the humidity and see how she's going in about a month. If these leaves do continue to go yellow from the base up, I'm just going to chop off the remaining good leaves at the top and propagate them, just like I have with this one. Propagating ficus is pretty easy, so I know that I will save this plant one way or another, but I'm hoping I don't have to chop all 3 sections. Here are all the leaves that I ended up removing and what the plant looks like now. She's looking a little leggy and sad, but she's looked sad before and had an incredible revival, so I'm hoping that the same happens again. Otherwise, we're going to go in for the chop and prop.